everybody. It is Monday at 7:30 a.m., 6:30 Central Time, dark 30 everywhere. You've got the Reads Motivational Monday, where we are so glad to have you, and those of you who are also catching the replay of this call. We want to welcome you to the VIEW, the View, a variety of ideas to enhance your wealth, spark your Monday motivation, lift you up on Leadership Tuesday, winning ways on Wednesday to help you thrive on Thursday, and level up as a weekend warrior in your Surge 365 business on Friday. And I'm telling you guys, the year is almost gone. The party's over. No, the party's about to get started here. You're on The View, and we just want to say that here on October the 11th, I've got a pleasure of introducing to some and presenting to others a gentleman who I am very proud and very happy with. There's that happy word again. A gentleman who is a multiple $1,000 bonus earner who has worked with Surge 365 founders and leaders for 15 and one half years. And he's also a team builder, a business leader, and recognized and respected by many of the people in our company and in our community because this gentleman is a retired educator. He's a father, a grandfather, a personal coach, and a great listener. And we have, we've been married almost 14, how many years? Am I forgetting?
We've been together for 46 and we're going on 40. We're working on 47.
Yeah, we're working on it, I'm telling you. All right, so much for as the world turns. But this man here, he is the love of my life, and we hope that you are appreciative of all the things that he has tried to do for so many of us, just being on this call and listening to our other leaders. But I want to give you none other than Mr. Kenneth W. Reed. Take it away, baby.
Well, first of all, once again, I want to thank my lovely bride of 46 years. Yes, now we are working on year 47. But we've been able to go places together just in love. Just love traveling together, enjoy also working our business together and coming your way each Monday morning. So today we're going to talk about a topic we think is really important, and that topic is gone fishing. Cynthia?
I'm going to give a quick introduction here. But we named today's topic Gone Fishing, or Fishing, if you want to be phonetically correct, because sometimes people just want to relax when they should be working on what they said they wanted to do when they started out on a goal or a project like this business. So unless a person is a professional bass fisherman making at least $67,600 a year, then going fishing won't do much for one's future. Kenny?
You know, when people decide to go fishing instead of working on their dreams, the only thing that they might catch is a basket full of regret. So today we felt that it would be good to share some keys for self-motivation from the world-class motivational speaker, Mr. Les Brown. Now, number one, according to Les Brown, the first thing that we need to be aware of is self-mastery. You know, we need to ask ourselves about how we work, the things we're working on to develop our skills and ability, so that we are moving in the right direction. You know, if we stall out, then how do we jumpstart ourselves again in order to be viewed by others as professionals who know what we are doing?
Well, another way, Kenny and folks, is to stay self-motivated is to watch what we choose to look at. Let me say that again. Watch what we choose to look at. The same can be said about our mind's eye, our mental eye, our spiritual eye. In Matthew chapter 6, verse 22, the New Living Translation of the Bible says, your eye is like a lamp that provides light for your body. When your eye is healthy, your whole body is filled with light. That Surge 365 Academy widget that's in our back office. Hello, just like the mobile app that we have, and it has the Surge 365 alerts and announcements. Hello, just like the corporate corner we have. We need to ask ourselves daily, and we can't forget about winners win, but we have to ask ourselves daily about the kind of thoughts we're entertaining. So we also need to ask ourselves, what are we listening to for the first 20 minutes when we wake up? Some people, it's an alarm clock, and then they're just rattled, and then nothing else goes right for the rest of the day. But try changing your alarm clock to some music, something that inspires you. So what are you listening to? Bible verses are out there. What are you listening to for the first 20 minutes of your day? Because that literally sets our spirits in motion for how we are going to respond to the experiences we encounter throughout each moment of that day. Because, ladies and gentlemen, it's that teeny weeny, itsy bitsy inner voice that pulls the kind of energy that resonates like an echo in our mind, and it reflects how we think, how we speak, how we act, and more importantly, how we react. Kenny?
You know, the next thing we need to be able to stay self-motivated. You know, it's something that we all need to probably improve on, and that's to develop a good health plan. Now, most will agree that our health is actually really valuable, and we should do all that we can to protect the body that we have, because we only get one. So sitting in a chair is actually called the new smoking. So even if we eat healthy food, if we don't move our muscles, that means if we don't keep it moving, then that body can't really function like it should. You know, I can remember back in teaching physical education and coaching, and you know, it was important for all the students to come in and to be active. And so we got them active, we got them moving, got them doing things that would actually strengthen the body, but they still needed to get their sleep, they needed to get their rest at night, and they needed to keep themselves mentally strong. So it's important that we just keep it moving. Don't forget, you got to keep it moving. That also reminds me, I have a mother-in-law, and she's 91. God has blessed her all these years. And, you know, it just amazed me one day. I was just looking at her, and she walked through the house, and she hopped up in a bar stool. And she did it so fast, and I'm like, okay, she's 91. But you know what? The thing is, she always says, no matter what, keep it moving. Cynthia?
Okay, while he was talking, y'all, I did a 1-minute plank. So let me get on up off the floor. I'm telling you, we have to keep each other mentally and physically strong. And like you said about my mama, he's looking at the other version of her. So I can't let my 91-year-old mother outdo me. But she just absolutely looks marvelous. So bless your parents. Bless those of you who I'm just happy. You know, again, that happy word. We have to make a conscious effort to be energized. And so let's work on smiling when we don't feel like it. And that is a real funny idea that you might want to do when you're tired looking at the news. Actually, don't look at the news, but look in the mirror and make the ugliest, most stank face you can think of. Now, talk about Halloween at a time like this. It should be pretty easy for some of us to do. But is that the kind of face you want to represent your business? There's a song by Pharrell. Here it is. Happy. Clap your hands if you feel like the room is without a roof. And clap your hands if you feel like happiness is the truth. Clap your hands if you know what happiness is to you. And clap your hands if you feel like that's what you want to do. You want to do your business. You want to do your dreams. You want to do all kinds of good in the community. I'll tell you, you got to be happy. Mr. Reed?
Another thing that we have to do is we have to actually monitor our inner conversation. You know, in other words, watch what you say to yourself in your mind. You know, I often say I like talking to myself because one thing I've discovered is I always agree with myself. So we have to know those days that we have. We're going to have days that are we're up really high, and we're going to have some days that are downers. So sometimes sometimes we don't plan on these things happening in life, but they just happen, and we just have to make our way through life. We're going to get those curves thrown at us, but we just have to maneuver through those curves. So tell yourself to think positive things. And as a matter of fact, how about writing down 5 reasons why you feel that you deserve the best out of your life? And when you feel like giving up or giving in, take out that list and read it to yourself. Along with that, we need to ask ourselves what we specifically want out of life. Now, it takes more than just being happy, although that's great. Because we got to understand, there's going to be times that we're going to have bad news happen, because that happens to everybody. But we need to know how to process and not to let excuses get in the way of focusing on getting everything out of this life that we said we want. We don't have to be perfect, but our mind will start to focus on what we need to do. So to be successful, if we write it down and we read it in the morning, noon, and in the evening, then we'll be able to visualize ourselves being where we say we want to be, even before we get there.
Now, we've also, to wrap this up, found 8 excuses about, quotes about excuses, that's an excuse, 8 quotes about excuses, and we use number 8 because 8 is representative of new beginnings. So the first one is success occurs when your dreams get bigger than your excuses. Number 2.
You know, the person who is good at making excuses is seldom good for anything else.
Number 3, 99% of the failures will come from people who have the habit of making excuses.
Number 4, results or excuses, you choose.
Number 5, if it is important to you, you will find a way. If not, you'll find an excuse.
You know, number 6, many things are not equal, but we all have 24 hours a day and 7 days a week. We all make time for what we want.
And number 7, be stronger than your excuses.
And number 8, the trouble with excuses is eventually they become difficult to believe after they've been used a couple of times.
Kind of like a little person who cried wolf. But we have just wrapped up. No excuses. We hit that time limit, so you all have a chance to grab some coffee, whatever it is you need to do. And be sure to share this call. The replay number is 712-432-1085. And the PIN number is the same as dialing in, 261-118-pound. We want you to be sure to join the Champion Level Up call every Monday night at 9:30 p.m. Eastern, 8:30 p.m. Central. Same dial-in number as the view, 712-432-0075, and the PIN number is 474053 pounds. We want you to always stay plugged in for company news and announcements through your email, your Touch 365 mobile app, and from your upline director. And I'm telling y'all, if you have any issues with technology, call corporate, send a ticket in the support ticket section. There's no excuse saying, I've got a phone, but I can't figure out how to get the mobile app. Call them. Let them know. They'll have to reroute it to a certain department, but what we do, and not often because Mr. Reed, he's no excuses when it comes to technology. He'll pull the back off at something and work on it and figure out what it looks like. So we're blessed, at least in this house, but we still call corporate for any issues we have. Next, we have coming up at the top of the hour, the Team Success Force call at 8:30 a.m. Eastern, 7:30 a.m. Central. There's no PIN for this number, so kindly dial 563-999-5283. Again, Again, that number is 563-999-5283. Now, there is a replay number for that call if you can.